What if I told you you could use a $500,000 grinder for your coffee every day? What if I told you that you could brew coffee that was created using the best science this world has to offer as regards coffee research? What if I told you you could do all of that, but all you got to do is get one of these? In plain daylight, we have had one of the greatest innovations in the history of coffee right in front of us. It's at our grocery stores. It's at our nanas and papaws. It's in most homes, even in Italy, where espresso was founded. They know what's up. Italy founded espresso, and these are everywhere there, taking over homes left and right. You know what I'm talking about. You've come to figure out what this is. The most impressive way to make your coffee is indeed with an espresso capsule. Now, before you click away, let me talk about those verified claims earlier. These capsules, the coffee within them are ground using over $500,000 grinders called roller mills. Sometimes they're 3, maybe 4 stories high with multiple massive cylinders that work in concert in order to create whatever particle size distribution you want. In addition to that, the heat damage from it is minimal to none. You're able to create perfectly spherical grounds in order to optimize your extraction. Places like Nestle have massive budgets in order to undergo intensive coffee research, which includes something I've referenced earlier on this channel, which is densification. They have looked into this and discovered the benefits of densification inside of their capsules in order to optimize the extraction. So not only have you taken the very best of modern grinder theory, but you've also taken the very best of espresso theory when it comes to puck preparation. No longer do you need to prepare your puck. No longer do you need WDD tools. No longer do you need to shake. It's all done for you. Yeah, we've got $4,000 grinders. Cool. What about a $500,000 grinder, Poppy? Do you have that? Highly doubt it. Capiche? I admitted my wrongdoing. We did a video of showing how you can go from 49 back to 58, where if you're going to do semi-autos, that is, let's be real, that's where the goods are, okay? We took the Streetman, which is a 49 millimeter. We said, screw that. Lance, you're wrong. 49 isn't the best. 58 is. We tossed this bad boy on there. Now it's 58 millimeter compatible, but we go back again because I don't want you off to change everything. You've invested in your gear. You're proud of it. You're happy with it. You've got the Streetman. You've got these things with 49 millimeter conversion. So S-Works came out with this. This is 49 millimeter compatible piece of stainless steel that goes in like so. You have a water inlet in the top. You flip it upside down, boom. This is where your capsule will go. At the bottom, there's a little piece there that will puncture the bottom of the capsule for the water to rush in, going through the grounds and then out the lid with this piece of stainless steel here with little corrugated edges so that it punctures through that aluminum foil lid. You put that there, bada bing, bada boom. You screw it on, and just like so, you are pulling Nespresso, but as espresso with whatever profiling you want. Now, I know you're going, Lance, this is absurd. You're telling me that right there in these grocery stores was a treasure trove of delicious coffee experiences, brewing something tasty that I've been ignoring? Not necessarily. I still believe that the Nespresso machines are cheap little fiddly pieces of junk. But what isn't a piece of junk is my $2,000 Streetman lever machine. What isn't a piece of junk is my meticulous with the 49 millimeter conversion. So today we're going to brew some coffee on both of those using this new piece of brilliant, innovative technology, which is the 49 millimeter Nespresso conversion kit. Let's take a look. You've been dealing with your flawed systems of how to extract it, and should I go low extraction, high extraction, what do I do? It's been figured out by the big bosses at Nestle for years now. They just haven't had the proper equipment to get it out because people don't want to spend $2,000 for manual brewing with Nespresso pods. So what I've done today is I'm saying, listen, you can get loads and loads and loads of variability when you go with these. Look at this. This is the Nescafe Farmer's Origin. I got Colombia here. I got the Africas. I don't care if it's Ethiopia or Kenya or whatever. I've got Brazil. Where in Brazil? Who cares? Aluminum, recyclable. And all we're going to do is put this bad boy right in there. Bing, bang, bong. Right there. Bing, bang, bong. Then we take this. We do a little bit of that. We go a little bit like this. And it just goes crunch. Nice little crunch. That's that little water inlet popping through the bottom. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. We have it laid right there. And then we just screw this on to tighten it right in place. Skip this. You get it in there, you give it a little nice, finger tight, all good to go. And now we plop it on. Now I will say this is maybe a little big for the Streetman, but we're gonna make it work, all right? So we're gonna take this bad boy, and we're gonna just tighten it on there ever so slightly, just like so. Now let's pull some Nespresso. All right, let's get pulling, kids. We're gonna lift up this piston. Chugga, 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 choo, choo. Now the first thing we gotta do is we're gonna put some pressure in to pop that foil, all right? Gotta pop the foil so the water can run through. So we're gonna push until we hear a little pop. Up, there it was. Boom. And we're just gonna do a little bit of a pre-infusion. We're gonna let it just sit, kind of like low pressure, low flow through that puck, through that capsule. And then after a little bit, we're gonna increase our pressure up. And look at that, it's almost like built-in soup. You don't even have to worry about it. I mean, look at this. Drippy, skippy, every single time. You don't have to worry. It's dripping like a beat, like a rhythm in the night. You know what? I think this is good for me. You might say, Lance, it's because you're tired because that's not what it's made for. And I'm telling you, no, it's because it's perfect. There's about 5-6 grams of coffee, maybe 6-7 grams of coffee in there. And what I just yielded, 15, 16. Come on, eat your heart out. And here we have our lovely, delicious crema free because crema bad coffee. And let me tell you, smooth, silky, buttery, coating, sweet, acidic, just in the right way. Ugo's hand is up because he knows he wants some of this. Let's get an Ugo rating. He loves it. And you know Ugo doesn't lie. That's a 10, I would imagine. Or is it 11? 11. We brought it to 11. Incredible. So that, easy. Streetman, no big deal. Drop the coin on the machine, and you're good to go. Now, of course, you're sitting there going, Lance, but really, I don't really want to have to use that manual pressure in order to do this. I don't want to deal with that junk. I just want to take a delicious, juicy, vibrant Africa's coffee, roasted and ground, and I want it automated for me. What are you going to do about that? I'm going to tell you this right here. We're going to use a Meticulous, because who doesn't want to use another $2,000 machine to extract our coffee for us? If we're going to invest in our little conversion kit, we got to invest in the right equipment. You don't want to be using a $500,000 grinder and a little $100 machine, do you? No, you want to use something massive. So here we go. Let's pull out the Meticulous, the automated piston lever machine. We got a profile on here from Sheldon himself, and guess what? We're going to use it. Now listen, I know what you're thinking, Lance. This is really starting to make a lot of sense. And I know, I couldn't agree more, because there are some things you also haven't even considered. You haven't begun to consider. You may be thinking, Nescafe Farmer's Origins, that's a little dark for me. I want a little lighter. I know of definitely a lot of specialty roasters that have Nespresso pods. For instance, I know that April does, and Colina, and I've heard that they rent time on a roller mill. So you can also get some light and bright if you want, but in reality, let's just be real. What's going on here is an optimization of extraction. Now, you can do a 1-to-6 and pull out 27% extraction. You're going, Lance, isn't that the antithesis of what you preach? Well, yeah, but I've been working with rinky-dink $4,000 grinders. You think the same extraction efficiency is going to happen there as in a $500,000 one? I doubt it. So now we're able to extract a lot higher without having to use that much coffee. So what that means is, yeah, you heard me, more coffees per day. One Nespresso capsule, how much coffee is in it? Let's just find out. Ripped off the lid, and look at that. Tightly packed, densified structure. Beautiful, homogeneous texture that we just can't get with our plebeian grinders. We toss this in. Boom. It's 4.5 grams of coffee, all right? Even if we were to yeet the maximum amount of caffeine from this, we're sitting at maybe 40, 45 millis. 40, 45 millis is, you got 10 of those, be 450 milligrams. That's like 2.5 pour-overs of a big dose, all right? That's a lot of drinks you can have throughout the day. And because we can maximize it through efficiency by going 1-to-6, maybe a 36 gram yield, we're able to drink a ton of a ton. All right, think about having 10 espresso shots a day. That's old news. That's a waste of coffee. Let's do something a little smaller, a little bit better, and guess what? This will pay for itself, and even the machine will pay for itself. Let's go ahead and eat this coffee. Africa's. A regular basket, ew. An S-Works and Espresso compatible conversion kit, yay. Just take the capsule, give it a few shakes, toss it in. Top part, right on top, line it up with the little screws and satisfying little tick. There we go. It's the perfect daily routine. And now we're ready to go. Guess what? We don't have to worry about the coffee staling. It's been in that package for who knows how long. It's fine, y'all. Then we pop it in, wait till our water's at temp, and we'll start. Now what you're about to witness once this rises to its level, to its temperature, is the Blooming Espresso 1 bar profile that Sheldon himself made, the creator of this wonderful conversion kit. So, what's going to happen here is something similar to a Slayer Espresso, but it cannot reach 9 bar of pressure. It would absolutely destroy the aluminum pod. That's good because we know we don't need 9 bar. All right, we just need a little bit of pressure to get that flow going. Once that flow's going, it's going to go so true because those particles are screaming for water to go through them evenly. And here we go, press to brew. We're going to lift up the piston, and look at this. No hands, no little from a little Nespresso machine. We're just jiving. Look at this. Look at this. It's just slowly going down to puncture. Wait for it. Look at that. Look at that. So what happens is the water goes into it and it's filling up those grounds with water, and that water is making the grounds expand and it pops that little lip. And then it comes on out the bottom and we've got some crema there. We are able to, oh, look at that. We have our weight of 36.9 and we've got some of that almost like nitro coffee kind of fuzz that's going on. It's kind of like a pseudo crema, but tastier. It's kind of like a draft, like from Guinness. You know, it's got that little nice, I don't know what it is, but it's probably delicious. Let's taste it. And I can tell you, that's an African's coffee. I can definitely tell. Ugo.
Even better than the other one.
Even better than the other one. We don't need to work around these extraction parameters. We don't need to do soups. We don't need to do Italian espresso. We don't need to do pour overs. I'm satisfied with just a few things, but in reality, I'm not asking for very much, okay? I'm asking for a $500,000 roller mill. I'm asking for a team of scientists that are paid to find ways to make things more efficient, to maximize profit margin, which therein will obviously maximize tasty yields. And I'm looking for that all at a simplified cost. I just want to know that I'm saving on coffee while drinking more coffee, while brewing it the best that I can. And I think that we have finally stumbled upon this beautiful, beautiful thing, as Benson Boone once sang about. Beautiful things. Anyway, that's the video. That is, I'm probably going to have to end my YouTube channel now because we have found the GOAT. We have found the greatest of all time. So thank you for these years. We never hit 500,000 subs. If you want to go ahead and subscribe in order to get us there, this is my signing off. This is it. We have found the end game of coffee. So I wanted to thank you so much for these years of me being a fool and trying to discover ways to work with these measly, $500 to $4,000 grinders. It's all for naught. So, in one way, it's, disappointing. In another way, it's so exciting. So, with this final sign-off, I hope that you brew something tasty today. And cheers. Please be aware that everything in this video was purely satirical, for the sole purpose of having a fun little April Fools. I absolutely do not think that Nespresso is the best way to consume one's coffee, and I absolutely do not think that anything in this video, with the exception of maybe some fun little things I threw in there, has any type of validity whatsoever. So please watch this, enjoy your April Fool's Day, and don't get too worked up on the little things. In the end, the most important thing is, as I always say, brew something tasty, and I'll see you in the next video because this is definitely not my last one. Kisses, hugs, I'm out.